There's not a person on earth that I'd rather be building a really great company with than my partner, co-founder, and CTO, Nolan Wright. Please welcome Nolan Wright to stage. You need that. All right.
How did you guys define your roles at the very start, and how long did that last?
Clearly, I was the most technical person, and
Which is true.
I was the only one who knew what Excel was.
I needed a job.
I needed a job.
So one thing I did want to say, you may not know, actually today is Jeff Haney's birthday. So if you see him, yes, please wish him a happy birthday. So obviously we're very excited to have you all here for our second CODESTRONG. It's so much bigger than it was last year, and we're just really excited. And as Jeff said, this conference is all about you guys. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about is what we believe. I want to do this for two reasons. One, I want to give you a better sense of what drives us as people and as a company. And second, I want to give you a sense of how these beliefs translate into product and into the decisions we make. At the end of the day, you do business with people, not companies. So I think it's important you understand what and how we think. So as Jeff mentioned, we believe that mobile will be more disruptive and transformative than the web. We are completely convicted by this idea. And even though we're in the early days of this transformation, we've already seen significant signs that fully support this belief. Now, Apple's obviously been very instrumental in reshaping our world. So it's not surprising they are driving some of these early but profound disruptions. So this is a good one. In just over 5 years, Apple's iPhone business is larger than all of Microsoft. Now, I don't know about you, but I just think this is just an absolutely staggering statistic. In just over 2 years, the iPad has gone from not existing to outselling all PCs. Again, this is just another staggering accomplishment. And it really points to where we are headed. Mobile is the new computing model, and software development will be completely transformed by mobile. So mobile is also proving to be a significant challenge to the companies that led the web disruption. Jeff mentioned this. These are multi-billion-dollar companies that are struggling with mobile. They're learning quickly and painfully that simply porting web experiences to mobile simply will not do. If they don't get in front of mobile, they will likely face a formidable threat from a new disruptor. So the obvious question for all of us is, how do we get out in front of this transformation? How do we get out in front of mobile? How do we lead the transformation? How do we become the disruptors? So delivering mobile transformation is about rethinking things from the ground up with mobile in mind. We have to reorient our thinking. We have to set aside our preconceived notions about how things work. This is your opportunity as developers, and it's certainly our opportunity as a mobile technology company. So I want to take a look at a few apps that we think have really nailed this transformation. Some of these apps use Titanium, and some of them do not. But all these companies are delivering mobile transformation. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Uber. It's absolutely one of my favorite services. I've never liked hailing cabs. It's time-consuming, the experience is inconsistent, and paying with credit cards, if it's even possible, is just a mess. So Uber's completely transformed this otherwise painful experience. They have an app that efficiently and quickly matches drivers with riders. You get to ride in a much nicer car, and all the payment is automatic. And if you're actually in the city, or you are in the city, and you need a cab, I highly recommend downloading this app. It's just amazing. And to me, it's a perfect example of rethinking something from the ground up with mobile in mind. So I'm sure most of you are familiar with Flipboard. This app has fundamentally changed how I consume and share information. The user experience is amazing, and it's very highly innovative. And one of the things I like about Flipboard is I think it kind of shows a lesson in form factors, how to deal with form factors effectively. If you guys have noticed in the iPad, when you actually are switching pages, you go left to right, like a book. But when you're actually using the mobile app, the iPhone app, you go up and down. Now, this is a very subtle difference, but the difference in the user experience is massive. And this is precisely the kind of thinking that we all need to be doing. This is precisely the kind of thinking that's required to be successful in mobile. This is definitely one of my favorite apps. So Cherry has redefined the car wash. This app will find your location, you provide some details about your car, and then they come to you. There's no interaction, which I really like, and there's no lines. Not completely an inside joke, right? And the payment is automatic, and you get a clean car. So before Cherry, I actually broke down and bought a car a couple years ago. My car had been washed once. But now I wash it every month. And I actually got a reminder today that my car's dirty, which it is. So Cherry is just a great example. It's completely changed my relationship to a car wash, something simple. They've taken something that was an infrequent, burdensome activity, and they turned it into something that I do frequently, and it's flawless. So this app is just, again, another wonderful example of what you can do when you think about mobile first. And this app, we're also excited about this because it was built on titanium. So the next app I want to talk about is Safeguard. So Safeguard is a company that performs home inspections. They do about 1 million of these a month. So that Safeguard app actually uses some really cool native capabilities like maps and the camera. And the key point here is they turned something into it. They turned what was really a manual and paper-driven, and you have a digital camera. They took that sort of disjointed, non-integrated process and created it fully integrated on the phone. And the one reason I want to talk about Safeguard is it's a great example of how mobile-first mindset can transform any activity. It doesn't have to be something shiny and new. We can deliver transformation to any activity if you have the right mindset. We also love this app because it too is built on titanium. So of course there are many other apps I could go through. I'm sorry if I miss some that you guys think are better. But I just wanted to talk about some apps that I think really nail the idea of mobile transformation. So again, your opportunity is to reimagine everything, to invent the future. So what about us? What about Appcelerator? How do we fit into this? So as Jeff talked about earlier, our mission is really simple: to enable you to deliver mobile transformation. To do this, we too must rethink things from the ground up, but from a technology perspective. I can assure you that 100% of what we build is based on strong convictions about what we think you'll need to deliver mobile transformation. We are not saddled with legacy technology or legacy thinking. We are free and committed to delivering what you need. So of course that begs the question, well, how do we think about this? How are we thinking about this platform? How do we reimagine platform? So our first belief is that amazing user experiences are absolutely critical and foundation to mobile. Jeff and I have always been extremely passionate about user experience, and we are even more passionate about enabling you to deliver them. It's ultimately why we started the company. So our first product, as all you know, some of this will be a little history, is titanium. But it was actually, the reason I want to talk about it is it was the realization of this passion. We could have taken an easier path. We could have offered a hybrid solution. We could have gone with HTML5. But we never considered either of these for a second, because we believe great user experience to the core of our being. It's so important to us. We never considered anything else. There's only one option for us. An HTML5 may be good enough. We hear that a lot. It may be good enough. But don't make no mistake. Good enough will never be transformative. Now, as you know, titanium is over 3 years old, which is really hard to believe. But we are continuing to make significant investments in the product. And I won't steal any of Jonathan's thunder, but we actually have a lot of exciting things planned in the 3.0 version. And I'll let him talk about that after I'm done blabbering. So our second belief is that mobile is fundamentally reshaping the cloud. So for the past 10 to 15 years, software development has largely been a server-centric activity. Developers set up app servers, web servers, database servers. Even the user interface is rendered on the server. Mobile is fundamentally shifting software development to a client-centric activity. This is a subtle but fundamental shift, and it's driving the need for a new type of cloud. What we would probably call a mobile-first cloud. So let's take a look at the cloud today. This diagram I think will be familiar to most of you, and I talked about many of the elements that you have to deal with. Like I said, you have to set up app servers, web servers, database servers. You have to write your services in some language, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, what have you. And then you have to deal with monitoring. You have to deal with high availability, and that in of itself requires a lot of work. The bottom line is, all that work is not really value add. It's also very reflective of sort of this old server-centric mindset. So we believe the mobile-first cloud will remove all of this complexity completely. That's why I put that circle through a line through it. So just so you guys, hopefully that was clear. And the whole goal here is we want you to focus on delivering value, not infrastructure. So now I want to take a look at kind of how we think about a mobile-first cloud. OK. So first, we believe that you need a common services tier. So these are services that are pre-built and deliver a set of common services for the most common mobile use cases. So those are things like push notifications, location-based services like geofencing in places, analytics, performance management, social integration, photo storage, normal data storage, and many others. Next, you obviously need to be able to create your own services. So certainly pre-built are great, but there's always cases where you need to build something on your own, something new, something custom. And so for us, that means Node.js. We believe in open standards, obviously, and we really obviously love JavaScript. So with our Node.js offering, we're going to be able to provide you with a fully integrated JavaScript environment. So you'll be able to build great, amazing mobile apps using JavaScript, and then obviously you'll be able to create feature-rich cloud services all in one platform. So we're really, really excited about this. And Jonathan will actually talk more about this in his keynote as well. So next, you need to be able to create mobile-optimized APIs that can basically retrieve and filter and parse data from multiple data sources, like SAP, like Oracle, and like Salesforce. Of course, many others as well. But the whole purpose of this is so that you can actually do all that work in the cloud and deliver exactly what you need to the mobile device, versus what a lot of people do today, which is the mobile device is doing all the heavy lifting. The mobile device is having to go, or the mobile app more specifically, is having to go to all these different services, bring the data down, parse it, and optimize it. This obviously belongs in the cloud, and that's obviously why we're doing this. So the next thing you need is obviously automatic scalability and high availability. A mobile-first cloud should scale up and scale down without you having to lift a finger. Again, this is all about you focusing on value, not infrastructure. And then finally, we think a mobile-first cloud needs flexible deployment options. We talked to a number of our customers, and it was very clear to us that certainly public cloud is an obvious choice, but we also think there's a need for a virtual private cloud. So this is where you get your own dedicated cloud environment. But we also think there's a need for a private cloud, where you can actually install and run this platform on premise. So these kind of four core capabilities kind of make up what we believe a mobile-first cloud should have. Again, this is all about letting you focus on value, not infrastructure. And so we are very committed to being the company that defines this and drives this, because we think it's a critical part of delivering mobile transformation. OK. So there's no platform without you. This is our third belief, and it's probably the one that's our strongest. The new platform must have a large and diverse ecosystem of developers, software vendors, and integration partners. This has been our focus from day one. This is why we are open source. This is why we use open standards. This is why we are 100% extensible across all of our products. This is also why we've invested so heavily in great products that we can deliver for free. Many companies use open source as a gimmick. Their open source product is some semi-useful, disabled version of the real thing. But for us, the real product is open source. The real product is free. And the vast majority of the 50,000 apps that have been created on our platform were done so with the free product. So this more than anything should demonstrate, or I hope it demonstrates, just how serious we are about you being part of the platform. We really believe that the proprietary monolithic way of building software is dead. You are the future of platforms. So there you have it. I'm an engineer, so I need to express everything in the form of an equation, right? So like we talked about, I mean, Jeff's been saying this message, I'm saying it. This is about mobile transformation. And we really believe that working with you, putting us together, that we can actually deliver this. And so together, we have to reimagine everything. We think your job is exciting. You get to rethink and reimagine how we work, play, and interact. But our job's also exciting. We get to reimagine platform, and that's what we're committed to doing. But I think the most exciting thing is how we can work together to deliver this mobile transformation. So as I said, there'd be no platform without you, but specifically, there would truly be no platform without the hard work, the dedication, and innovation of the Appcelerator engineering team. These are folks that are tirelessly dedicated to solving some really difficult technical problems. So I'd like to invite the team on stage so we can actually recognize the people that are bringing our vision to life. So please give them a big round of applause.
Okay, they're a little shy. A little shy.
Can you fit everybody?
Woohoo! I can't shake everybody's hand, but hey. All right, guys.
That's awesome. So here they are. The guys behind the vision.
It's really great.
We certainly couldn't, none of us could do what we do without all their hard work and dedication. So thought it'd be really great to bring them all here so you could see them, and certainly you'll be able to talk to them over the next couple days. So let's go on to the next slide. So next we want to recognize some mobile innovators in our community. These are developers that have successfully built large user bases through their innovative apps built on Titanium. You know, Jeff and I are consistently blown away by the amazing apps that are being developed on our platform. And these developers are definitely pushing the envelope and transforming the world through mobile. So please join us with a round of applause for our mobile innovators.
Right.
Woo!
Hey, guys. All right.
Hey man, how you doing? Good to see you.
Thanks, Wright. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank, appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, come on up here. That's okay. So some of their names, we've got many more of the people that could attend. Obviously, we just showed their names. Their apps are really, really super amazing. These guys are building amazing apps. They've got tons and tons of users. That's why they're up here. And we really just wanted to celebrate them. So congratulations on all the stuff you guys have done. You're doing amazing stuff. I'm really proud to be working with you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so next we want to recognize our Titans. So for those of you that don't know, our Titans are our most knowledgeable and ardent supporters. They help answer your questions in the forum. They organize local meetups. They actually write blog posts. They do all sorts of things. And they're truly a vital part of our community. So I'd definitely like to personally thank all of them. And I'd like to now invite any of the Titanium Titans that are in the audience onto the stage. So please give them a big round of applause. I'll get Aaron.
All right. Gosh, there's so many of them and so many overlapping. So some of the innovators are Titans and vice versa. So really, really super excited. Can you go forward on the slide? Can you guys go forward one slide? All right. So Aaron Saunders, you're not only a Titan, you're an active member of our community. You're also an integration partner with Appcelerator, building really, really cool apps for customers. I mean, what does it take to work with customers to build great apps?
It takes commitment and a focus to listen to what they want, try to use the tools that are provided by Appcelerator's great tools to provide full stack services from the web all the way to the mobile device.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys. We really appreciate all your effort, all your work. Nolan and I are really, really, like you said, this could not happen. We would not be a company and a community without you. So we really appreciate it. Thanks for all your hard work. Let's give them a round of applause. Roll the mobile manifesto.
When I was a young boy, I grew up on a steady diet of pop culture. I was, indeed, lucky enough to be born on the cusp of the geek age. My exposure to comics, TV, and literature such as 2000 AD, Stars, Trek and Wars, Doctor Who, Tron, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy show us we can dream. explore technology, society, the absurd, plus the many possibilities surrounding us each day. It's safe to say I was infected with a bug. I didn't turn into a cyborg or anything like that. I wanted to be a programmer. Back then, I would not have believed that now I'd be developing apps for community policing, science fiction film festivals, and rock bands. It's an interesting time in the evolution of the human species. Whilst we may all be life-sustaining batteries in an AI computer nightmare reality construct, we can all manifest new ideas on these emerging platforms. Mobile technology is proving that yesterday's science fiction is today's technological innovation. My name is Ket, I'm a freelance mobile developer, and I'm very excited about the future.
All right, that's Kat. Thanks a lot, Kat. All right, thanks everybody. All right. Go ahead.
I guess everyone will stay, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So 3 months, as I step all over the people.
Stay in front.
3 months ago, we launched a developer challenge to see who could build the best app on Titanium. So we received an amazing number of submissions that ranged from games to apps that help people with special needs to games that helped us rethink e-commerce from a mobile perspective. So to be honest, we were, we're just completely blown away by the creativity and the level of innovation in these submissions. So it was certainly difficult to judge all these great apps, but we were finally able to nail it down to 2 finalists. Oops, already went through this. But as you can see, so the top 2 finalists will be here today, and there's a first place prize of $15,000 and a second place of $5,000. So let's get to the finalists. So our first finalists are Raul Riera and Carlos Garcia Lopez. They're the developers behind Battle Square Risk. This is a location-based game. It's kind of like a real-world strategy game that allows you to do this in your neighborhood. It's kind of like Risk for your neighborhood, which I could actually use that. I got some neighbors I'd like to go after. So let's give a big round of applause for Raul and Carlos.
All right. Right here. Great video.
So our second finalist is Ivan Matthew, the developer behind App Studio. App Studio is the first WYSIWYG iPad app that allows users to create, edit, compile, and share mobile applications without a computer. So let's get a big round of applause for Ivan.
All right.
Hi, my name is Ivan. I'm French and I live in Chicago to study graphic design. Today I want you to meet my best friend. It's here. It's my iPad. It's a gift from all my friends when I came here and I use it for pretty much everything. I use it to learn the ukulele. I use it to code websites. I use it for design and of course for study. But there's one thing I can't do with my iPad. It's Titanium app. It makes my iPad really sad. I don't want my iPad to be sad. That's why I created the App Studio. With the App Studio, you can create a full Titanium application without a single line of code. Design your project in a what you see is what you get environment with human-friendly interfaces, such as the color picker, font picker, and even code wizard. Once your app is done, you can export it to a full Titanium source code through iTunes or your Box account. If you don't need to access the code, that's okay. Just use the Cloud Compile to render your app without a computer. You don't even need a developer account. All you have to do is scan a QR code. It's free and you can share it with the whole world. All this on your iPad.
Woo! That's awesome. So, drum roll, please.
yeah, drum roll.
Can we get a drum roll?
No drum roll.
No drum rolls? Come on, people
gotta
do
be
all
an
the
app for
seats,
that.
right?
Can't believe there's not an app for that. All right, so the winner is App Studio by
Ivan Matthew. All right. All right, look at this.
Look at this. The golf check.
Wow. You can actually take this to the bank, they said. I'm not sure if that works, but we may have to ship this to you. All right. Just stand on this side. Just lower it, take a picture.
You go inside.
Okay, take a picture. All right. All right. All right. Woo!
That was really cool. Nothing like a big golf check, right? That always gets the crowd going. So I'm really happy today that we've been able to recognize all the innovative work that's been going on both inside of our company and certainly outside of our company. As I said, there's absolutely no platform without you guys. And so, like I said, we've just been absolutely blown away by everything you do, and it's truly an honor to work with you guys as we work together to drive the future of mobile. It's truly exciting and certainly very inspirational for all of us. So far we have seen quite a bit today. And one of the things I think is really cool is where else can you find such an amazing and diverse intersection of developers, enterprises, and partners? Our rich ecosystem is absolutely foundational to our technology, to our company, and we think to the future of mobility. So together we'll be able to deliver on the promise of mobile transformation. Together we can create this amazing future that we've been talking about. So I've talked a lot about kind of what we believe and what drives us, but there is one more thing that we do believe in that I wanted to talk about. We like to have fun. That's the whole point of this conference. This is why we do this, to bring you guys together with us so that we can learn and share and blow off some steam. So we have some great sessions planned both today and tomorrow. We have a party tonight at Jillian's. And I even looked, it looks like we have a scheduled beer break. I mean, how fun is that? If that doesn't prove we're fun, I don't know what does. So we sincerely hope you guys have a great conference, and I look forward to talking with all of you, at least some of you, over the next couple days. All might be too much. This is my little fan section here. So I thought I would close with some words of wisdom from my 6-month-old daughter, Samantha. This is her pictured here. And I was actually able to record something. So I thought I would play it for her. It's a little message from her to you guys. That's what she told me, at least. So let's see if this works. Oh. So I think what she's saying is you guys need to deliver some mobile transformation.